Hello and welcome to the last race of Division 3 in League of Europe. You're joined by myself, LOE Mark, and yeah, we've got 15 with us. It's obviously just had a restart. I'll turn down that background noise a bit, it's a bit loud. We'll see where we are from here. So, whilst the driver's title has been decided, constructors is still up for grabs. You've got XCI Dan and Macca getting chased down by James and Jabbo, which was one of the reasons why we wanted to get this back underway. Is this streaming? It is streaming. I have no idea what's going on here. Send everyone the link. Because people don't subscribe to the channel because they're idiots. Oh, except Bones actually isn't on racing. I'll give you a pass. Yeah, we're going around with Ozone, who's first man round on track. So I just don't have a lot to say. Hang on. I'll have to come back to you in about 2 minutes, guys. Thank you. Sorry for that interruption. I'm back. And I'm a bit more lively because now I've got all my family have decided just to fuck off out the room because it's a lot easier to do this with no one around. And I can be a little bit more excitable and a little bit more up for it. So apologies, let's go. We've got 12 minutes left. We have got the championship winner, Dan, in first. We've got the ringer, who's here as a, well, so, you know, to be fair, he's got the similar pace to a few of the guys at the top. And I think he'll show that. Mr. Velocity. Wooten with a very good lap. He obviously likes this track. He's got a lot quicker than the last time I was down here. Obviously I've been mainly leaving Mr. Ivor, who's not here tonight. I just want to say a big thank you to Ivor for putting his time aside for commentating D3. Really appreciated. He's a cracking commentator. Macca's out. Macca's retired. So this makes everything tastier than the 24-hour marinated chicken I've got in the fridge for after my race. Because what that means is Macca is currently, well, he's currently going to be not the biggest biggest fan as Car Cannon takes a little whirly twirly. So yeah, that's an interesting one. We've got, well, purely because there is 8 points between McLaren and Mercedes. I mean, it might as well be 8.5 because if it gets done on countback, obviously Dan's massive amount of wins is going to prevail in that battle. So yeah, this makes it very interesting. If something happens to Dan, Jabbo and James, who are not setting the world alight with their times, could still be very much in with a shout. Everyone's hers. If this is right, I don't understand how it... Something's happened with the hers. It can't be correct. Can it? I don't know. Oh, Dango's 1:07.6. Dango's quicker. Velocity decides against it. Wooter's on a lap. And he's going fairly guns. Big shout out to Ghost and Ibo for saying hello. Hello lads. Pleasure to have you on board. And yeah, let's hope this is a nice clean fun race. I don't really know what's happened with Macca there, but big shout out to whoever's doing the D1 stream as well for having round 11 Germany as the title. You win 4 letters beginning with D of the day, whoever that is. Oh, Macca got glitched. What happened? Your luck around this track, sir, is thin at best, to be fair to you. You often bemoan your luck and I often give you grief for it, but round here, nah, fair enough, you can complain all you like. So currently riding on board with, well, I was on board with Fuzz, but now with Adri, who's coming round. Can he do better than a 1082? It's going to be tight. Oh my life, 1074, fair play. He goes pole. He's loving life around here. He's loving life. He's taking a place to be in the same division as guys like Dan, guys at the bottom of D2. Next season there could be a phenomenal Division 2 or Division 3 depending on what we have. There could be an absolutely phenomenal lineup and a very close lineup. I'm looking forward to that. I know that somehow, somewhere, we're going to get a very tight group of people that could be competing, well, depending on how the divisions go at the top or the back, but it will be damn fun to watch. Smitsky coming around now as we got a Williams, I believe that was Cerebo on the grass. Jabbo and James not doing a lap in anger. Velocity, I think he's come around to start a lap. Is Adri going again? Yeah, if Dan wins, you do win the constructors. Ghost, yeah, you're always welcome. You're always welcome. Of course. yeah, if Dan wins, then no matter what other results happen, you do win. So let's think about it. That would require what, a third and a fourth, probably 27 versus 18. Yeah, yeah, exactly that actually. So if Dan comes second, they need a third and a fourth. Guys like B Morgan have done exceptionally well this season. So many consistent attenders. This is a big race for my man Robert, and I want to see him do well here. We've got Cerribo, who I think might be okay around here actually, from memory. I can't really trust if people are on laps. This is definitely not a lap, I can tell you that. Morgan's definitely on a flyer. We'll have to see. But James and Jabbo need something here. James is coming around. This is a lap in anger, and this is going to be a 1:8.5. Is that not the same? I don't know. This is interesting. So we've got guys going around on the softs. Is that going to be is that an OP strategy? I don't know. Am I going to learn something? Velocity's just fumbling around. We've got Morgan over the line in a 1:07.432, and he goes quickest. That's a super lap from Morgan. And is Dan just doing it for the fans? Is he just doing it for the fans? Is he deciding just to be a little bit low key? Soft medium is the best strategy, IMO, according to Macca. Macca, you never take the two hardest compounds. I've never seen you do that, so that'll be interesting if you do that. You're normally a bit of a fan of trying to... I've been hearing talk of people in D1 going on about a super soft, which I have no idea. No idea. How can Ghost get on? Ghost is on a 1:11. That's not quicker than his first lap. So yeah, let's just see. Velocity, I'm way off the pace. It's 0.4. It could just be down to a T1 with these kind of laps. With Morgan obviously pits it. Surely people are going to start coming out now. James is... What's James doing? James has run out of fuel. James has run out of fuel. He is going to be horrifically lucky. He should be okay. He should be okay. I think he's going to be fine to get back out, but it's not going to be as fun. Oh, just crawling back. It's painful when you see that clock ticking down. And puts it under 50. Well, Fuzz is going to be the first man out on track, I believe. Well, Ghost with a 190. Great lap, sir. That's a massive improvement, and that keeps you in that 10th spot. Robert. Is Robert just planning on just chilling at the back? Jabbo and James still sat there. A lot of people still sat there. Fuzz has come out early. He's in no great rush. Velocity on his outlap. Carl, are you okay? You've been out here a long time, dude. You alright? Velocity. Fuzz leaves. James is out. Jabbo is out. They're having one hit on these super softs. They need to go for broke. Put it into context. The quickest lap round these pole times were very similar to last season's D3. 1:07.6 would have got you 4th. Oh, what's happened there? Robert has... What on earth happened there? Was that lag? What was that? How strange. How very, very odd. You'll have to keep an eye out on where people are on their laps. Velocity is going to be the first one to blink. These guys had loads of time. I don't know what I was talking about. Come on, Robert. Don't even care. I'm not partisan. I don't mind who wins the constructors or who does what, but ooh, as Fuzz has jumped Velocity, and that's a cracking lap. Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that, Fuzz! Don't do that! I know what you were trying to do, and it was gentlemanly, but you can't park the car over there, my man. As Adri comes round in a 1-0 lots. 1-0 lots for Adri, and that'll be that. Dan. Looking very, very... Dan's Ers is not right. It's not correct. I'm going to ignore Dan's Ers. Morgan comes round. What can he do? Why are we stuck on that? I don't know. Dan's done. Velocity up to third. What is this camera angle? Velocity up to third. Mr. Wooter with a good start. James jumps up to 6th. Jabbo in 8th. What can Mr. Wooter do? Can he put... The everything's going mad here. Apologies, that was not the easiest session to follow because everything was just absolutely all over the show. We've got Adri coming through. We've got Fuzz who's moved over. Core. He likes it because he's hugging it. Oh, he does like it. And he jumps up to first. 107.3. That is a very, very nice lap there. From someone who we were talking about earlier. I battled and I've probably got the best of last season. Well, I did. But this season with laps like that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would have happened if we'd have stuck it around down here and had a bit of a battle with him. But damn. Well, I'll tell you what, as it stands, the points situation would be 5 and 6, 11. Yeah, well, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough for James and Jabbo. They in fact lose a point to the way the current standings are, but we'll have to see. This could be interesting. D2 commentators, same row, indeed. Hope you lads manage to keep it clean. It's not always the easiest around here. Well poised this race. A very good lap. A very good lap from Adri. The sun is shining, which is a relief for me because I need this race over kind of sharpish. Yeah. What's going on here? Brazil is really bugged, and I think no one will know that more than Macca, actually. We tried to do a Christmas event and on this track, and it took forever. Hang on, we're missing someone off the grid. Am I imagining that? Adri, Morgan, Velocity. What's going on? Why is is there even a Sauber on the track? James has been disqualified. What is going on? Fuzz, Dan. I am confused. What is this? D3. Is there just some weird honky connection issue that I'm not aware of, or Smitsky's disqualified? What's going on here? The connection is wrong here. We are doing some connection tests for next race, for next game. James has been disqualified. I'm sure that doesn't. It doesn't obviously stand. Dan is in fourth and just not left the grid, maybe. Maybe Dan just didn't leave the grid. Maybe Dan just sat there. I don't know. Macca is going very slowly onto this grid. Very, very slowly. But we are about to get off. Jabbo is disconnected for you. Lights out and away we go. I'm not entirely sure what on earth is going on here. Dan is up to fourth. This grid looks absolutely crazy as we go around T1. And oh, there's a car sideways, and it's Dan! It's Dan! It's Dan! Huge! Jabbo! James! This lobby seems very strange to me, and I don't really know entirely what's going on, but I can't follow everything. James has gone. What is going on in this race? I can't follow it. Jabbo is disconnected. Ghost and Robert up to 6th and 7th. Fighting it out. Oh, Fuzz on the inside of... Oh, and he just can't get it done. James up to 5th. Jabbo in 6th. As things stand, this would mean they would collect... Unbelievably, they would collect the drivers. Is Dan there? Oh, everything's gone wrong. Everything's gone wrong here. I don't know where it... This track is so bugged. Adri in first, Morgan in second, it's gone back. Velocity third, Fuzz fourth, James fifth, Jabbo sixth, Ghost seventh, Robert eighth, Macca in ninth. Macca now is the man that is having to really push to get... I think Dan's back. Is he? I can't really tell. Oh, James. Oh, Fuzz has gone. Fuzz has gone round. Ibbo's up to 9th. James and Jabbo now. 4th and 5th. Robert. Looking at the back of Ghost. I've realised I've not even put the tyres on. gap, interval, detail, what am I doing? Tyres. Robert, he's in a great position here on those softies. This timing has gone mad. Unless I'm watching a different race. Please tell me, can someone just tell me that Adri's first? This is a madness. Adri, I believe, is first, followed by Morgan, followed quite far behind by Velocity. James and Jabo in 4th and 5th. And Robert, the leading soft runner. Could we see a fantastic performance from him? Maka has to switch this on. Maka has to get something big out of this at this rate. He needs a big result. Because Dan, I don't know if Dan's DSC'd. Has Dan disconnected? Oh, Maka. Very, very low. Peter Sibbo! Ibbo! Round the outside! Can't get it done! Maka! This is a story and a half. Ibbo racing very well here. Car Cannon not far behind, and Car Cannon looking in good shape as well on those mediums. As we get the glitched lobby again. I think Dan's a ghost. I think Dan's a ghost. I think Dan and Mr. Are they? Let's have a look. Oh, it's just weird. I can't keep head nor tail of it. Robert is on the back of these boys. He's doing mighty well. As Ghost now onto the back. There's a nice little train from 11th. Smitsky on. Fuzz is definitely still there. Robert gets past James. Oh, it's James's lag. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. You're gonna have to look at. You need to wire your connection, boys. This is one of the big things. This is not a great track for. Oh, as Car Cannon slips past Ibbo there. And Smitsky now on the back of Ibbo. What can he do? Oh, Ibbo taking the right of the inside. Oh no! Fuzz has got wing damage. Nightmare scenario for Fuzz there. That's exactly what he didn't need. As Adri now flying round. This is weird. Why is Dan in 5th? James has left the session and James needs to look at his connection, unfortunately, and I think if someone can invite him it'd be fantastic, but I've now lost my left and right. This is just bugged to hell, this lobby, and you're gonna have to bear with me because I don't really know who I'm riding on board with. This will be Smitsky, Far Zibbo, Neston. Oh, I can see from the top right, that's literally it. Robert. So Dan's in 6th. What has been going on here? Because now Dan is DSC. This is crazy. And James is an 8th. Well, this is a very weird end to a title race, but we are where we are, and this game causing a bit of a nightmare for people. Jabo just needs to keep his head down. Yeah, this is weird. Something weird has happened here. Fuzz is still here. Mr. Rooter. He's still here? Yeah. Ibo, the fuzz is pitted, that's why. Ibo now coming up to get James. This is really confusing. There's some battles going on. I've got Smitsky just getting Ghost as Ghost gets him back. Oh, mind your wings. Oh, yeah, it's so narrow around here. Well done both of you for avoiding any kind of problem there. Ghost, 3-second time pen for multiple warnings. I've stolen that off someone, apologies. Car cannon, this is, I mean, failures happen in real life F1, of course. It's not these type. Deeply frustrating, but in some ways it does, it kind of makes things still spicy. Dan and James just unfortunately lagging out and costing themselves, well, not themselves, it's not their fault necessarily. Adri is just flying around this track. That's just, you know, he's got about a 3-second gap now. Velocity is doing, so this is telling me that Mr. Wooter is first. I mean, yeah, it's wrong. It's very wrong. Jabbo though, doing very well on these tyres. Robert is closing in on these guys and he's keeping a gap to Macca as well, which is very impressive. Robert, Macca, Car Cannon and Jabbo 4th through to 7th. Some stalwarts of this league who've been here a long time, and it's good to see them do well. There we go, the timing boards again. We're just going to have to see. Robert looks very composed out here. Jabbo. These tyres are going to start going and going and going and going. And it's just going to be a case as Morgan gets a 3-second time penalty, which is, well, that's bad. Dana's retired. Now, I'm not sure how Dana's retired. Weird. The gaps are huge everywhere. There's yellows somewhere for some people and somehow. Oh, Wibbo. Smitsky on the back of Car Cannon. He's gonna get DRS. He's gonna get close. He doesn't seem that fast. He was up to the back of him. Looking very good, these lads. As the gap between Robert and Jabbo should start coming down now. It really should. The lobby is glitched. Surely though, if Dan's DNF'd, then this is the same. I could be commentating on a completely different race, but I don't think I am. I mean, Adri, I can see. There's a lot of chatting here. Dan crashed turn 2. So that's kind of alleviated the problem. I'm guessing we're kind of good. We're good. I think we're fine. I think there's not much more we can really do, realistically. If someone can tell me that's even bigger, then just jumped across the stream and it was different. Bones, what's the order out of interest? Where is Mr. Wooter? Is a big one that I'm kind of quite keen on knowing. Smitsky on the having a look at car cannon here. Are we going to get any early pits? Are we going to get any early pits? Is the question. We have not. Robert is right onto the back of the wrong guy. He's onto the back of Cerimo. As Robert is hunting down Jabbo. Certain guys are pitting. We've got yellows in sector 3. So I know this might not be necessarily the most joined up commentating, but I am really struggling. Macca's doing really well on those used softs. Robert is flying. AI car broke my wing. Oh no. His fuzz is out. His fuzz had something happen in the... Or is he just retired in the pit? He may well have. Robert... Jabbo's carrying on. James is lagging all over the place. James is back. Is James in 10th? I mean, I'm not calling anyone out at all, but like, we are looking at connection. There's been issues, and we do reckon Jabba and Robert with some very weird decent. I just think it's a bad lobby. I wouldn't necessarily go in at anyone because there is stuff wrong with the lobby. I just don't think everyone's synced up quite right. Because looking at this, it's just like it's not right. Because look at this. This is. I might have a connection problem, and that wouldn't surprise me because that clearly didn't happen. We are going to look at connections for next season, absolutely. We just need people to wire their connection at the very minimum, and I don't think everyone's doing that, and if we think that, we're just not going to let you race. And I want to say that now, and I want to say that here, because I don't want it feeling like it's pointed at anyone at all. It's not at all. I just want people to have clean connections and not affect people's racing. We've had a season of it realistically, and it's not going to happen for season 2. So if you haven't wired your connection, wire it. Please wire it. If you can't, and it doesn't extend up to your room or something, play downstairs. Just do something, because we can't have it anymore, sadly. And look, I just want to point out something majestic. Robert Sum 1 is leading this race, and he's leading it with aplomb. The man Adri, obviously not far behind, and doing very, very well for himself. As velocity gets past Macca. We've got a lot going on here. We've got Morgan having a look at Macca. He's not going to, is he? I think he's just getting out of his line just in case of an early break. Got Smitsky on the back. Yeah, no, and absolutely fast. This track's had problems, and to be honest with you, it might be one of the first that I try and test in multiplayer on an online lobby for 2019. Because if they're not fixed, then we're just not going to race it, because it's just got its gremlins. It's really got its gremlins. This one is just particularly bad. I think it's because there's a lot going on, and you can see all of the track almost at all points, and that's kind of my suspicion. And I do think it's just a bit of a nightmare. It's last race of the season, the title's been decided, thank Lord. But there's still positions to fight for, you know. There's people racing for, and this is a culmination of a season for a lot of guys, and we don't want this to be what people remember. So, look, big apologies for Fuzz. I didn't see what happened with Dan. Fuzz, you've had a great season, my man. It's been a pleasure seeing you race in this league for this season, and I hope to see you back next season. I really do. Robert, where are you coming out, my man? You're coming out. There's yellows in sector 2. Robert is coming out. Oh, he squeezes ahead of Mr. Jabbo, and that's a huge blow for the Mercedes crew. Where are these yellows coming at? Mr. Wooter seems to be... Has Mr. Wooter magically fixed himself? Their game seems to stop me doing that stupid thing it was doing, whatever that was, and everything seems to be fixed. Touch wood. Morgan, well, Morgan has... This is interesting. Morgan has lost a bit of time here. Morgan has lost out to Velocity. Macca in 4th. He's going to drop down like a stone. We need to keep an eye on what Macca's staying out. Macca is staying out. He is fancying this. Good effort for Car Cannon. He's doing a very solid job of keeping Smitsky behind him. Robert. Ooh, this isn't happening. Let's just pretend it is. Oh my god, what's going on? I hope Robert's still here. I hope this isn't some kind of weird AI like crazy battle. He's clearly gone up the inside. That's not happened. Jabbo's clearly taken the outside. It's just great. This is much more fun than the real F1. This is fantastic. What a battle this is though, and they are really climbing onto the back of the guys ahead, which is Smitsky and Car Cannon. They've got no hope on those used set of mediums, keeping these guys behind at this rate. And I'm really... Macca does pit, and never 100% sure what Macca's going to do. Oh, he's really lost time in the pits. James will come round. Oh, huge that he got out. Macca's away. Macca hasn't really lost that much. Mr. Wooter, we've just caught that. I mean, I assume that was real. Mr. Wooter's just been spun round. I was only Estin a while back. Oh, Jabbo does... answers on a postcard as to what's actually going on here. I just can't see it being what's actually on the screen. Jabbo, he's gone sideways. He's controlled his car and overtaken him. What a move. Move of the day has got to be between one of these two guys. I'll tell you that. Don't tell me it's not real. Jabbo looking on the inside. Car Cannon makes a big mistake. He's going to join Was it unsafe? 5-second pen. I'm kidding. Oh, that one looked like actual contact because there was hands up. Ivo gets one out of the way. Oh, Robert with a move. Yeah, maybe it was real. Oh, car cannon. What's going on here? Jabbo on top. Car cannon. Just confused. Jabbo and Robert going at it. This is a battle that may be real, maybe good. Andrew on mediums in net P1. Oh yeah. Of course. Of course. And Fuzz is back and he's going for the title next season. What a race. I mean, you say Adri's net P1, surely he is he not P1? Or is... Where's Mr. Wooter? Can anyone tell me where Mr. Wooter is, please? His whereabouts are elusive. Smitsky... I mean, well, these guys... I'll tell you what's interesting at the moment is that Jabbo is, at the moment, sat on 8 points. If this is real. Is this real? Where was Mr... No, it's not real. Jabbo is not. He's sat on 10 points. Jabbo sat on 10 points, whilst Macca is sat on 5. If Jabbo can hold this, then what that means is that... it means that Macca needs to come to... Oh my life! Smitsky! Oh no, and I hope he had time to say, please say it's going to prepare his wing. Please. It is, thank goodness. But that's a huge win for Macca. That moves him. He will be very glad of that gift. Very glad of that gift. Jabbo needs, just absolutely needs to get past Robert here. Mr. Wooter is P8 on your screen. Mr. Wooter is P3 on my screen at the moment. Where it all filters out, nobody knows. But, I mean, we can find out where... On screen, he is right behind Morgan. Supposedly. This is weird, and then he drops down like a stone down to 11th. I can't work it out for love nor money. He was quick, I know that. One thing I can tell you though is that as it stands, the gap is not big enough between him and Macca. I know we've got James to consider. Wooter is P7. 1.5 seconds behind Carcannon, 10.8 clear. So Ivo is out. We have to find out where Mr. Wooter's come before I can even start thinking about this, because if that's the case, 5. That's very different, you know. That actually means that it's level, including James's 2 points, who I assume is still here, but he is, because he's locking up. So there's some user input there, as there is from Morgan into T1, which isn't the funnest. Oh, Ibo, legend. I think you guys are all saying the same thing, so I'm guessing you guys are more in the know than I am. But I've got him 4th. This is crazy. How can this car be there, legitimately? Like, but can I see any other cars on track? That's an interesting point. I can see 2. Ozone Easton AI. I'm just lost. I'm really lost. Some mad bugs in this game. I had one last week as Robert hits Wouter, who isn't there. He's clearly not there because Jabbo's just flew past him in that manner. So this is really strange. I just can't work out what the heck is going on, and at least that way it clarifies something for me, because sorry, I'll try and stop talking about this because it's probably a bit dull, but Adri, Velo, B Morgan, 4th Robert, yeah, okay, yeah, no, cool. Yeah, I think the top 5 is legit. It's just working out the rest of it, to be honest. Because look, Easton is 12. That's an AI car. Well, what's going on there? That shouldn't be there. It obviously shouldn't be there. Dive it. Dive it. It should move out your way. Oh! In some ways I think that's kind of fair. Oh, because it kept the gap to what it should be. Morgan, looking at velocity. This is huge. Car Cannon finally pits, by the way, and that's going to bump Macca, very much needed, up in this constructors battle. So now the gap, well, now it's a safe one for McLaren. And Macca, ironically, after being the second man all this season, everything sits on his shoulders. Everything is now down to Macca to convert. And we're not seeing any of the weakness we've seen previously this season. And he is doing a stellar job, and I think... What? Velocity's pit. Velocity's pit. Velocity is pit. Velocity's doing a 2-stop. I've just realised this. What on earth? That's insane. This promotes Robert up into P3. If he can keep this, this is a podium. Oh, he's not far behind though, let's be honest. He's not. He's not far behind these lads, and it's going to be an ask for them to hold off on brand new supers, but it's an interesting one. You know, it raises and it temporarily means that there's 14 points for those guys in the Mercedes, and there is only 6, so it's level, but McLaren is still ahead thanks to the win rate. And that, you know, the thing is, Jarrah's got to keep his head here, and he's got to. And the thing is, we're forgetting James in all this, actually. James needs to get past Ghost. If James can get past Ghost, and perhaps just keep working his way, through the field, he could become a huge factor. Jabbo might not need to push, might not need to go crazy in this, might not need to be absolutely defending his life against someone on fresh supers, but well, we didn't really have a choice. Wow, the grip level is just so different, and he's going to fight back. He's going to fight back. But velocity and Car Cannon is catching Macca an absolute rate here. Oh, Macca versus Mr. Rooter. I think that's real, and Macca up into 6th. We'll say it's real. Why not? Velocity. Oh, Jabbo's lost some time as a result of that. Oh, and Jabbo gets a 3-second pen. keep your noodle as your teammate. Oh, your teammate's batting and Ghost Recon here. You've gone wide. Oh, there's some very dodgy connection potentially. Oh, Ghost. Oh, and Ghost has just... Oh, Ghost has broken his wing on the back of James. And that one I didn't think was any kind of lag. I don't know, I can't see obviously on their screen, but everyone's experiencing different things at the moment, realistically. And Velocity does get past Robert. There's not much Robert could do. He's just got to continue. He's just got to keep ploughing on. He's just got to continue fighting and fighting and fighting, as we've got 8 laps left here. Maka with a 3-second time penalty. That could play into a factor, I suppose. James up to 10th. That shouldn't play into a factor. There shouldn't be any reason for anyone else here to make another stop. There could be some punctures. There could be some late drama, maybe. Robert is doing a stellar job here of just keeping onto the back of Velocity. He has no right to. And he's gapped Jabbo, which is huge for him, and it's huge for Maka. And Dan, of course Dan, who wants to do the double here, wants to get the constructors alongside his Division 3 trophy. Smitsky. Oh, Maka with a costly mistake. Oh, and car cannon. Oh, bit of cross-country car cannon there. We've been treated to. Well, Robert, all you got to do is just keep hoping things are going okay. I'm going to check the penalties. Who? No, oh no, you don't want to see my everything. That's probably not real. Morgan, no warnings. Velocity has a pen. Robert has a pen. Jabbo has a pen, I know that. And a warning there on the same lap. Ooh, Maka's got 6 Maka has 6 seconds. How's James getting on with pens? James is looking fly. Nothing. And Mr. Wooter, oh, I don't know if that's real. Maka, 3 second time again. Car cannon right on the back of him now. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough but fair stuff. Car cannon is going to get a great run. He's going to get a great run. Maka doing everything to keep him behind. Doing everything to keep him behind. Huge. But he gets DRS. This was not an accident, folks. This was not an accident. But the problem is he's got Warner tyres. It's going to be tough for him. Carlo gets round. Carlo keeps it. And he just those 2 compounds better tyres showing. And now Carlo needs to really get a move on. He needs to get a move on away from Maka's DRS. And that's a huge moment here for these guys. As Mr. Rooter, if Mr. Rooter is in 10th, I don't know. That's actually huge for the title. That's 13 points versus Maka's 6. Yeah, so... And hang on, we've got Smitsky coming round. We've got Mr. Smitsky. If he can join, and he can... Wow! Now that would be interesting. Wooter's flying around everywhere, so I can't give you an accurate description, but it's a knife-edge stuff. McLaren are currently the ones winning, but it's not necessarily that straightforward. This is very close. Very, 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 very close in this constructor battle. Oh, we've just seen... Oh, who's that? That's Mr. Rooter. Mr. Rooter's gone round. Has he really gone round? Smitsky's on the back of Macca. Good news, folks. Mr. Wooter is fine. Is he? Yeah, look. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's not there because Smitsky now looking at Macca. Macca must be dreading this because this could be the difference between winning the Constructors and losing it. Because as it stands, if this is the actual standings, and I kind of believe these ones for some reasons, they're middle of the lap. Jabbo in 5th is worth 10 points, and James is worth 3. That's 13 points, and Macca is going to be worth, if he drops down, Macca will be worth 4, and they will win. He needs to keep Smitsky behind him. This is absolutely fantastic stuff. If he keeps Smitsky behind him, he and Dan keep this title. It's as simple as that, folks. Car Cannon's in the wall! No! Well, that might have to be reviewed. I'm almost certain that this is not necessarily over. There are some mad things going on here that we just can't really account for. Smitsky's tyres now I think are going off a bit, and could Macca have the pace advantage? That is such a shame to see Car Cannon go around like that. No one wanted to see that. Oh, I tell you what here we need to keep an eye out on is that Velocity's tyres could start turning a little bit south fairly soon. I might be wrong, I might be completely wrong. The man's got 1 pen and Robert's got 1 pen. Jabbo has got... Oh, he's got 1 pen. Ignore me. Andrew's won this race. The top 2 are set in stone. But this is still a big battle. This is still a big battle. Oh! Macca's been caught on the back of Ozone! Macca's been caught on the back of Ozone! This is incredible! This is incredible! This is a bit of a shambles, but he's missing part of a wing. No, you can't do that, Macca. You can't put people wide there. It's not right. No. That's not fair, and that just a bit silly. I'm judging on what I'm seeing. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, Macca's damaged his wing on the back of Ozone. To be fair, he had understeer. Probably couldn't help going out that wide purely because of his broken wing. So yeah, fair enough. But this is huge. This means something very simple. I think it could literally just mean if James manages to capture, his wing is busto. His wing is busto. His wing is completely gone. James is catching him and catching him and catching him, and Macca's gone off. Macca's gone off. Macca's gone off. The gap's down to 4. The gap is down to 3. This is incredible. We've got the guys out front. We've got yellows in sector 2. Got Cam with a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. What's that about? We're on the last lap! We're on the last lap! Pens, quick! Pens! James! No pens! No pens! I'm sorry, Adri. It's a fantastic win, but I've got to stay with this. I've just got to stay with this. This is nuts. They're coming round. They've got one more lap to go, of course. James now. James on the back of Macca. There's yellows everywhere. Adri will come round. Adri will win this. Adri is just about not lap these boys. And they've got something to fight for. Morgan in second. Who's got that horrible ghost. Velocity's going to be third. Roberts off! Roberts off! Roberts off! Roberts off! Jabo's through! Unbelievable! Is that Glock? Is that Glock? Wow! Jabo comes through! He will not believe it! Jabo will come through in fourth! Jabo gets 12 points! As it stands! This is how it is! This is an absolutely incredible race! And James now! James just needs to get past! I'm almost certain... Oh, there's some wing damage! There's some wing damage! Mr. Motor, what's going on here? I don't believe that's real! This is insane! It won't be enough! Because Jabo's 12 points will be enough, surely! James! James gets a fantastic exit! James is looking at slipstreaming him! He's got the DRS! He's got the DRS! Oh, Macca! Macca just held it, but I think James gets it on track. He does! Unbelievable scenes, and I think Mercedes have just won the Constructors' title in an absolute mad race. Is that Glock? Robertson won. Is that Glock? Oh. Unbelievable. And that, as I understand, is the Constructors' Championship to the boys over at Mercedes. And I'm so sorry to the podium lads, you've not got much airtime there. But wow, what a race that was. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. And that is fantastic. Adri in first, Morgan in second, Velocity in third, Jabo in fourth, apparently Mr. Wooter in fifth, I don't know if that's true, Robertson in sixth, Smitsky in seventh, James in eighth, Macca in ninth, Ghost in 10th, Carcannon in 11th, and Ozone AIist in, as I don't think it was Ozone, in 12th. I don't know what to say. That was mad. Well done to Mercedes. I'm sure there might be a couple of things. Sort out your safety rankings, your bunch of messes, and it's been a great season. Well done. A big shout out to Robert for a great race and an unlucky moment there. Cheers lads. Thanks a lot.